It's great to be back on your Sorrowway Sports Business Show, Sport Exchange. Gide Olanro is my name. Thanks for joining me. On today's show, we'll take you through the news that are making rounds as far as sports business is concerned. And also, when we get to a dugout segment, we have something interesting that we will be looking at. It has to do with football in Nigeria and the way forward. That is what we'll be talking about. Offside is also on the menu today, and if you are ready, let's get down to business, rather. And that will be after this time out. Don't go away.
Fantastically finished.
Now to the news. The semi-final clash between Nigeria and Morocco at the Women African Cup of Nations set a new African match attendance record in Morocco. A total of 4,562 spectators witnessed the host Atlas Lioness of Morocco pip holders Super Falcons of Nigeria to qualify for their first WAFCON finals appearance. The game played at the Stade Mohammed V in Casablanca signposted the growing acceptance of women's football on the continent of Africa. The Falcons' loss, however, did not stop Nigeria from joining Morocco, South Africa, and Zambia in qualifying for the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup to be hosted by Australia and New Zealand. Meanwhile, the 2022 UEFA European Women Football Championship also set a new attendance record for the tournament, drawing a total of 248,075 fans. This eclipses the previous high of 240,055 at Euro 2017 in the Netherlands. The competition drew an average of 15,505 fans across 16 games. Women's Euro 2022 also set a new attendance record for a group game not involving the host country, with 21,342 watching the Netherlands face Sweden at Bramall Lane in Sheffield. Smartphone manufacturer Oppo has become the first Chinese brand to sponsor the UEFA Champions League, hoping to use European club soccer's most prestigious competition to raise awareness of its products beyond its traditional core markets. The two-year deal, which covers the 2022 to 2023 and 2023-2024 seasons, also includes the UEFA Super Cup, UEFA Futsal Champions League finals, and UEFA Youth League finals. Oppo's brand will appear on perimeter advertising, broadcast backdrops, and on UEFA's official digital channels, while a central theme of the partnership will be the use of the company's technology to record the fan experience. President of the International Hockey Federation, Narinder Batra, has resigned, citing personal reasons, and also quit as head of the Indian Olympic Association with immediate effect. Letters of resignation to the FIH, IOA, and International Olympic Committee IOC, of which Batra was a member linked to his IOC presidency, have been sent by the official. Batra cited personal reasons in all three and thanked the organizations for their support and guidance. The FIH has registered Batra's resignation, and its executive board will select an acting president. A new president is due to be elected during the Hockey Federation's remote Congress planned for November 4 and 5th this year. After a hiatus of more than 30 years, the Molson-Coors beverage giant has announced that it will return to in-game advertising for next year's Super Bowl. The deal comes after rival brewing company Anheuser-Busch InBev decided not to renew its exclusive sponsorship agreement with the Super Bowl after the last edition of the National Football League showpiece. AB InBev said the decision to step back from its involvement would enable the company to better deploy its marketing spend throughout the year. AB InBev's agreement has has seen it serve as the Super Bowl's exclusive beer partner since 1989, preventing the likes of Molson Coors and other competitors from running national commercials during the events. That's it for news rounds as far as sports business is concerned. We're going to break. When we return, we hit the dugout segments because my guest is standing by.
Fantastically finished.
All right, yes, on this edition, we want to begin a series where we will engage those who want to run Nigeria's football. In some months from now, a new president will emerge for the Nigerian Football Federation, and a lot of people have thrown their heart into the ring. Now, let's begin to engage them. What is their vision, and what is also the mission? And the first that will be going through this scrutiny is ex-international and also former Super Eagles media officer, who is also a clergy, by the way. Peter Said Ida joins me from Port Harcourt. Hello, Peter Said. How are you doing?
Wow, Jide, it's wonderful to be here. And thank you for having me on your program.
All right. Peter Said, let's talk about the fact that you have an aspiration, and that is the fact that you want to become the president of the Nigerian Football Federation. Why? Let's ask about the why. Why do you want to become the president?
Well, I would start by saying I'm a Nigerian, and I qualify. It's our game. I've played the game to the highest level in the local league internationally, and I have experience. And remember, there's a vacuum. There's a vacuum, and that vacuum must be filled. So I've seen a whole lot of things that I believe my experience can help sort out. A whole lot of things. Look at our national teams. Look at our league. There are too many things not right with Nigerian football. We all watched the girls play yesterday, and you could see the enthusiasm that people still love our football, even though it were the girls that were playing. We used to have so much joy watching our national teams. We've lost that. So I have a clear picture, absolute clear picture of where I want to take the Nigerian Football Federation to. It's going to encompass a whole lot of things. I'm not sure we can say all that, in this segment. But I have a great plan for Nigerian football, and by the grace of God, we will take it to where it rightly belongs.
I've seen a lot of your colleagues also throw their heart into the ring, and I ask myself, is it because you played the game? Must the president of the NFF be a ex-footballer?
Well, critically, yes. Critically, I say critically, yes. It's our game. It's a game with other stakeholders. We wouldn't say there are no stakeholders. A friend of mine called me, and he said he wanted to contest for the presidency. And I asked him why. Just simple question. He said he wants to change Nigerian football. And he's a lawyer. And I said, why don't you go and change the NBA? Go and change the NBA. You went to law school. I played football. We need to look at these things critically. And I spoke to another doctor. The doctor is involved in sports. And he said he wanted to be in the board of the Nigerian Football Federation. And I said, aren't you a medical doctor? He said he is. I said, why don't you go to the hospital? Would you allow me to be a part of the board in the medical union? We need to look at these things critically. People have not been mentioning it. They will tell you it doesn't work that way. The question is, how does it work? How does it work? Well, thank goodness, years ago, some of us that played the game were not educated enough. We didn't go to school. We didn't look after ourselves very much. And after the game, we would want peanuts. We want them to appoint us as coaches, appoint us as media officers, as curators. But now some of us have gone to school. Some of us that played the game are knowledgeable enough to administer the game. Why don't you allow us to run our game? It's our game, right? We play the game. The right thing for us to do is to bring the stakeholders. Maybe we have an appeal case, a court case, we bring a lawyer. If we have a medical issue, we bring a doctor. If we want an accountant, we bring an accountant. But it's our game. And we need to look at it critically. I might not be making a lot of sense to most people, but just allow us to run our game. I think I spoke to another man the other day, and we're talking about the game. He said, why do you footballers want to be NFF president? And I asked him, do you know what happens in the dressing room when these teams play? Do you know what happens in the dressing room? He doesn't know. I know. I know how the players feel. I know how to appease these players when things are not right. Yes, we need the economic part of it, the administrative part of it, but we've gone to school to be able to run organizations. I've run a church for 20 years in a foreign country. I've been involved in super sports, talking football, criticizing as much as I can, and making sure that the game is well looked after. For over 20 years, I've gained experience. I've met world leaders. I've done businesses. I've done contracts to be able to I'm blessed by God. So it's our time. Really, we need to look at it critically. There are people that have run our game. Look at the history. From 1945 until date. Hear this again, 1945 until date. No NFF president that has run football ever played football. Ever played football. What are they running? What do they understand? You don't understand when my muscles are paining me. You don't understand when I have some family issues and I'm a football player. They don't get this. All they're talking about is economy. They're talking about bringing sponsors. We're educated enough. I've gone back to school. I've gone to university. You understand? And I have a sports degree. So why don't I run the football? I have a doctorate degree in religion. Why can't I run football? So we need to look at it critically and say, footballers have qualified to run their game.
Peter side, of course, so like you said, some might be referring to the fact that FIFA is run by Gianni Infantino, who didn't play football. Also, UEFA. So why should they are running it well? So is the reason why you want to run football? Is it because you play the game? What about because people talk about FIFA today, you talk about UEFA? It's because it's business. So what is the nexus between the technical side? I just told
you I qualify. I'm not just talking because I play the game. I said to you earlier, most of us did not go to school. We were not smart enough. Yes, we agree. Because we were not capable enough or smart enough, we didn't come out for this position. But now when you look at the number of people coming out, you'll find out that every one of us have a diploma, have a qualification. We've been involved in running businesses. Most of us are not broke. We are not poor. We've been involved in the game. We have served the game. I run a team in Nigeria. I run a team in Port Harcourt, right? That I've been running for 7 years. Okay? We are playing the league. We're playing the amateur league. It costs me so much money to run such organization. Where do I get this money from? How have I survived till this time? It is because I have done well for myself. I'm educated enough to manage myself and manage the companies that I run. So what other qualification do I need? Added to the point that I play. That's an advantage. So why don't you give me an opportunity? If everyone else can have the same opportunity, whether it's Gianni Infantino or whoever they are, Look at the footballers are coming back. They're beginning to run club sides. They're beginning to run FAs. Why? We're getting smarter. We're no longer as poor as we used to be, right? We've been exposed now. Look at Platini's coming. You know that Platini will run to be president of FIFA, and he will win because things are changing. So what we're just saying, why don't you let us, even if it is for once, from 1945 till now, and how much have we improved? Where have we gotten our football to? Now, if you say there's somebody else there, show me what they've done that is different. Our league is about the worst league in Nigeria. It's about. We've not been on television for more than 5 years. Winners of our league is paid nothing in the last how many years? Look at the pedigree of the people that are running. We sing their praises. We say they've done well. What have they done? And we still want them to come back. We still want to give them back our game. What have they done? How much have we developed our grassroots? When I was young, I played youth fund. I played the state league. I played the Principals Cup. How many of those things? The only tournament that is happening in Nigeria is China's Kids Cup, sponsored by private organization. And we still are saying the same thing. We are still saying the same thing. It is not what kind of suit you wear. That's not what we're talking about. I can't bring sponsorship.
I know you were born in Nigeria. You are a Nigerian, like you said. Are you sure you understand the environment? Because there are a lot of banana peels that are lined towards this aspiration. Are you sure you understand the environment well, that you want to play?
It seems impossible. It seems impossible until it is done. Always looks impossible until it is done. Mandela was in prison for how many years? The white man never gave him a chance. Let's look at this. And they're talking about banana peels. Why would there be banana peels? It's a simple question I'm asking every journalist. Why must there be banana peels? All we need, who qualifies? If you come out and we look at you and you qualify, we vote for you. It's not as simple as this. Why must I have... Somebody called me the other day and said, you need to have a... Sorry for the noise. You need to have a lot of money. A lot of money. I said, for what? He said, if you don't have money, you can't be president. I said, call it the name. You're asking me to give bribes. To give bribes to serve my country? Is that what you call banana peels? That I must pay somebody, an FA president or somebody somewhere, to vote for me? To do what I know I can do? And tomorrow, if I steal money, do you have guts to question me? You don't have the guts to question me, because I'll tell you, bros, remember what I give you is let me recuperate. We need to change our mindset. We must get it right. And if we keep talking about these banana peels, who put these banana peels there? Don't I qualify? Am I not educated enough? Can't I speak well enough? Can't I run the organization? It's just questions I'm asking. Why are you putting a banana peel?
Okay.
Must I come from a particular region to do what is right? We must change our mindset and say, this man qualifies and let's give it to him. We've been complaining about Nigeria for years and we'll keep complaining until we do the right thing.
Okay, Peter, let me... Okay, now, from your constituency, I've seen the number of people I've seen throw their heart to make their intentions known are people of your constituency. How are you guys going to make sure that you speak with one voice as well? Because you know that there is the problem of the statutes, the establishment is there. How are you guys going to make sure that from your constituency of ex-players, you speak with one voice and you don't ruffle feathers?
If I say constituency, then I'm not serious. I'm not really serious. Because if they say there's a constituency, or you call it a bloc. The football bloc have one vote. So will they vote me to be president? Will they make me president? They can't make me president. I want the nation to accept me that I'm good enough to do this. Therefore, everyone I meet, I've been traveling around the country, and I sit them down, and I know my English might not help me. Every time I talk, they're still waiting for me to give money, and I get up and walk away. Those are this why you see us so. But is that how little we've become? That everything must be monetized? You see, those of you that are in the media must start making noise. Must start making noise. We can't continue this way. Somebody asked me the other day, you need to spend about 50 million. 50 million what? To be president of NFF? No, I don't need it. I don't need it. If I have 50 million now, I will go and buy myself a small house and be taking rent that will feed me and my family. No, I want to serve. I want to serve. So the FA presidents must know that they need to vote for me because I can change the game. The Referees Association must vote for me because I can change how it is run. We must bring change. And I want to appeal to whether you're an FA president or you're a stakeholder. We must wake up. We must wake up to reality and say, let's look for someone that in the next 2 years, let me say something, Jide.
Okay, finally.
If I become NFA president, in 10 months, I say in 10 months, everyone will sing the praise of the NFF. Because we will be transparent. We will be very, very transparent. And the books will be open. And we will do the right thing. My people have a proverb in Port Harcourt here that the fish, they rotting from the head. The fish, they rotting from the head. When it's bad, it starts from the head.
Wow. Peter Side, I must say, we will hold you. I want to wish you all the best, but if there is any message I'm taking away from this.
I know I have your vote already if you were voting.
Exactly. Of course, no doubt, because I'm holding you to the last line, which has to do with transparency and accountability. And that's what we need. I wish you all the best, and I hope that by the time we are through with this, you'll be back to tell us more about what you intend to do when you eventually get there. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Lastly, I have my manifesto. I'm just waiting for them to announce and say it's official. Then the whole Nigeria will see my manifesto. And they will hold me responsible to that manifesto.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Peter Saidida, ex-international and Nigeria Football Federation presidential aspirant. Hope to see you again soon. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, that's it for, of course, on the show. We will continue to bring aspirants here to tell us what they have. We need to engage them to see the content that is inside of them. All right, before I go, quickly, offside, so that we can call it a day on the show. On offside today, it's all about women football still. And this is what I'm saying. The Confederation of African Football, CAF, announced an increase in the prize money of the African Women Championship, just like they did with the Men's Championship. But the gulf in reward between the women and men needs to be looked at again if the message of fairness and inclusion that is preached in football is anything to go by. If the winner of the Men's Championship goes home with $5 million, and the winner of the Women's Championship is expected to receive $500,000. How do you explain the outrageous disparity to a sane mind, especially at a time when women's football is getting astronomical patronage? The records are there to show. Let me leave with this quote. Diversity is having a seat at the table. Inclusion is having a voice. And belonging is having that voice heard. I hope that the women will have their voice heard so that the right thing can be done. Until I come your way next time, don't forget, Social media, we're there. All the social media handles, Sport Exchange 24, and on YouTube, TV360 Nigeria. Till I come your way next time, I'm yours today, to man of the future in sports business. Jude Olaniran signing out.